election deniers. So this is they talk about, this is the thing that I cannot get over, that Democrats will, in the same sentence, decry election deniers at the same time they say this next election is going to be rigged.
I know. Every time.
So what? So here it is. Biden takes aim at GOP election deniers in the final stretch of campaign, debunking false claims of a difficult battle for election office nationwide. I wonder why that is. Because before, it was bad. You couldn't, the 2020 presidential election was rife with allegations of voting machine hacks that were later debunked. So you can't, but yet there are real risks that hackers could tunnel into voting equipment and other election infrastructure to try to undermine Tuesday's vote.
Well, don't tell them that if they have never done it.
So I thought that, so that's Politico. That's a lefty. They're telling you that the election's not secure, but apparently if you think that, you're an election denier and something's wrong with you.
Well, I think they're saying it's never happened, but it could happen.
But it could happen?
Because probably...
but that's not what they're saying, because actually they did say this happened before. Watch this.
Frankly, the FBI is weighing in on the election. I think makes his election illegitimate.
There was a widespread understanding that this election was not on the level. We still don't know what really happened, Isaac. I mean, there's just a lot that I think will be revealed, history will discover, but you don't win by 3 million votes and have all this other shenanigan stuff going on and not come away with an idea like, whoa, something's not right here.
The outcome of the election was affected by their interference, and now we need to know, to what degree, if any, the Trump campaign was actually in collusion with with Russia.
He knows he's an illegitimate president, so of course he's obsessed with me, and I believe that it's a guilty conscience.
We actually won the last presidential election, folks. They stole the last presidential election.
If Al Gore won that election, I think he won anyway.
Actually, I think I carried Florida.
Bush versus Gore. A court took away a presidency.
If all the votes were counted in Florida, that Al Gore would be president today and George Bush would be back in office.
I come from Florida, where you and others participated in what I call the United States coup d'etat.
There's no doubt in my mind that Al Gore was elected president.
I rise to object to the fraudulent 25 Florida electoral votes.
I must object because of the overwhelming evidence of official misconduct, deliberate fraud, and an attempt to suppress voter turnout.
It is signed by myself on behalf of my diverse constituents and the millions of Americans who have been disenfranchised by Florida's inaccurate vote count.
The Supreme Court, not the people of the United States, decided this election.
Speaking to a Democratic group in Chicago Tuesday, he made it clear he thinks Al Gore was the winner.
By the time it was over, our candidate had won the popular vote, and the only way they could win the election was to stop the voting in Florida.
Catherine Harris, Jeb Bush, Jim Baker, and the Supreme Court hadn't tampered with the results, Al Gore would be president.
The Supreme Court elected the president. 2004, yeah. Al Gore won the state of Florida in 2000.
Well, that's a little bit different.
I have a question, Jimmy.
That's a little bit different, and because I thought you were an election, so they're all election. So they keep saying, and I'm going to show you a video in a second, where Chelsea Clinton was just on The View, and she said that apparently her mother never denied the election.
Oh,
she never lied. No, I just sent it to. Sent a request to Malcolm to send that video to me. I will play it at the end of this segment, and we will keep it in. But I just want, and now not only did they deny many elections, they're denying future elections already. Here's Hillary Clinton.
We have time travel now.
Here's Hillary Clinton denying a future election.
But we also have to look ahead, because you know what? Our opponents certainly are. Right-wing extremists already have a plan to literally steal the next presidential election.
I know in Ukraine,
and they're not
but what
making
about
a
here?
secret of it.
What's that?
Yeah, I know in Ukraine, but what about here?
She's really saying this.
But we also have to look ahead, because you know what? Our opponents certainly are. Right-wing extremists already have a plan to literally steal the next presidential election. Wow. And they're not making a secret of it.
They're not stopping. They're still doing it. I thought only crazy right-wingers deny election results. I thought only crazy right-wingers. And if you go to NPR, NPR says election officials preparing for this rapidly approaching midterm elections have one more headache, trying to combat misinformation that sows distrust about voting and results while fueling vitriol aimed at rank and file election workers. Who's doing that? Did you not hear this?
Frankly, the FBI is weighing in on the election. I think makes his election illegitimate.
There was a widespread understanding that this election was not on the level.
But we also have to look ahead, because you know what? Our opponents certainly are. Right-wing extremists already have a plan to literally steal the next presidential election.
They're doing it. I can't get over this. Like I talked about this on Convo Couch today. I can't get over this, Kurt. I can't get over this.
Well, can I ask you something? I know that Chelsea's going to say the opposite thing, but with the Gore one and the other, surely somebody has had an answer when somebody brings up George Bush, Al Gore. I've never heard an answer.
Oh, they'll say things like, no, that's all been debunked. No, it hasn't. Actually, when they looked into it, they found out that actually those. I don't even know what I can say on this show, so I have to watch out.
Oh.
So no, that hasn't. Just let me put it this way: it hasn't been debunked. I got to be careful about what I say.
We're clearly the George Bush Gore one.
I'm clear that every election result is 100% right.
It says
I'm not undermining election results. I'm showing other people who are doing that, and I think it's horrible because all elections in America are perfect and have integrity and have never been hacked or illegitimate. They're fantastic.
And they don't. It's not that they fully stop authoritarianism. They slow the spread. They're still doing it. Here's Reuters. Explainer, what the U.S. election deniers could do in 2024 if they win which election deniers? I just showed you Hillary Clinton and the top Democrats are all election deniers. But you know who Reuters is talking about. Isn't it funny? So this is, again, classic Jungian psychology. I hate to keep saying this to you. This is what's known as projection. So it's the part of the left the Democrats, they're not left. They're a right-wing party. They're a corporate party. They're a pro-war, anti-worker party, the Democrats. So if you vote Democrat, you can't let yourself know that stuff, that you're pro-war, you're anti-worker, you're pro-Wall Street, and you're an election denier. Jimmy,
so you project that onto your enemy. So you're now a fragmented person because that's actually you, and you're projecting it on your enemy. That's what happens all the time, Kurt.
I choose to not do my own research, even into the memories inside my own brain.
Yes.
Hey, don't go into your brain and start. You don't want to go down that rabbit hole.
Don't go down that rabbit hole.
Of things that you just remember happening more than 2 months ago.
Hang on. Okay, so I'm going to show you one more. Election deniers are winning primary races, raising the stakes. This is from PBS. Which election deniers? Why do you only pretend that one party denies elections? The Democrats are the biggest election deniers in the world. Isn't that amazing? So this is the media trying to divide the country, trying to pretend that just one political party are upset about elections and say they're illegitimate, that only one party denies elections. They both do it. The Democrats just did it for 4 straight years, and they did a bogus Mueller investigation, which proved exactly what? They were making it up. So I can't show you this because it actually shows Trump denying, and I can't show you that because when the Hill showed that, they gave him a strike.
That's called platforming, and it's against the law.
So I can show you. I can show you people denying the 2016 election. I can show you people denying the 2000 election. I can show you people denying the the upcoming election. But I can't show you people denying the 2020 because that didn't happen.
And that's why we're ranked number 36 in democracies of the world.
That's right. So I should have started off this segment with this.
Her mom, Secretary Hillary Clinton, recently warned that right-wing extremists already have a plan to literally steal the next presidential election. I agree with her on that.
So in this same sentence, this is what I'm talking about. Watch this. There are election deniers, and
and then in the same sentence, they'll wag their finger at someone else for denying an election. This is going to happen in front of your eyes. Here it comes.
But when we pressed Senator Ted Cruz, who was here on the show recently.
I'm sorry I didn't bring a prop.
Yeah, yeah. You don't have your prop?
I don't have your prop in your
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, when we pressed him on the MAGA Republicans' election denial, he did whip out some sort of prop.
Whoa.
And he argued that your mother did the same thing after the 2016 election.
Because she did.
What's your
That's
reaction
funny, Sonny,
to
because
that?
I'm pretty sure that I remembered that next day I was standing behind her when she conceded.
Yes.
And
Yeah, and I'm pretty sure I remember when she went on for the next 5 years to scream that Russia stole the election. You don't remember that, Chelsea, you liar? Now you guys are just as big a liars as the people you claim to hate. There's nothing Fox News has said that's a bigger lie than this. This. You guys are your enemy. You are the thing you claim to hate. Go ahead, Kurt. You want to say something?
Okay, I didn't.
There's more to this. Watch this.
But here's what I just realized. She goes. So in her head, the election aisle is not the thing of it was unfair. You keep saying it over. It's the day of the election.
The day of the election.
Conceding.
That's all that matters.
But does that really? If she really thought she won, it and had any integrity, why would she have conceded?
she said while she had campaigned very hard against President Trump, she hoped that he would be a president for all Americans.
Yeah.
That, of course, is not what ultimately happened. And so, you know, I think that Senator Cruz just might have a slightly different memory of that.
So she went to the inauguration, as far
she
as
went
I
to the
recall.
inauguration.
I told them that.
She was sitting right there. My dad was sitting right there because they do believe that a peaceful transfer of power is fundamental to a healthy, functioning democracy. I mean, they listened to that, you know, white nationalist screed and like his painting of our country as this dystopian, horrific hell.
I thought you guys wanted people to bring people together. They do. So she then yells at, she then wags her finger at Trump for not bringing people together as she continues to divide the country. This is amazing. They wag their finger at Trump for not accepting election results as they continue to deny election results past and future.
Do you know, I actually love Chelsea Clinton right now because I really did wonder, like, how do you square it?
Yeah.
And I totally say, and so everything, you could see the upper tippy top elitist classes idea of peaceful.
Yeah.
Did they go to the ball?
Yes.
Well, they weren't at the ball, and they didn't even have a drink. Like, her entire brain is getting. So she said the hellscape. You know, she couldn't believe that Trump portrayed America as a hellscape.
She's doing it right
Not
now.
for you, is it, honey?
But she's doing it.
Unbelievable.
Okay.
Of which only he could save us. You know, he also,
Yeah.
though, admittedly envisioned like 1 million people standing in front of him.
Yeah, he
right.
did.
So he was, you know, a little bit off that day.
Yeah.
Morally and numerically.
That day?
Amen, Anna.
After she just got done lying. So that's after she just got done lying. Because listen to this.
Frankly, the FBI is weighing in on the election. I think makes his election illegitimate.
There was a widespread understanding that this election was not on the level. We still don't know what really happened, Isaac. I mean, there's just a lot that I think will be revealed, history will discover.
So we already played it once. Now my computer's freaking out because of too many lies. It starts to get an overload.
I'll bet Hillary wishes she never went to that inaugural ball after conceding.
Hey, we're doing live stand-up shows in Austin, Texas, Burbank, California, the Saturday after Thanksgiving, and in Los Angeles. Go to jimmydorecomedy.com for a link for all our tickets and become a premium member. While you're there, you get access to all of our premium content unedited.